Okay, as we get started here, this track is for a really good close personal friend of mine. His son had shot a good buck here out of this food plot the day before during our youth season here in New York State. He shot the deer with a 300 mag, so a pretty big gun. Father stated that the deer had just stepped into the field, and before he could put the binoculars on it, his son had already pulled the trigger on him, taking a less than optimal shot at a deer facing toward him. But the deer immediately crumbled, hopped the fence here into the brushy area that we're in. They packed their stuff up and walked down into this brushy area and immediately jumped the deer. From there, they waited a little bit and then got some lights and went back out and were able to track through this heavy brush down into the open woods, maybe 75, 80 yards into the woods, and lost the blood and gave us a call. We told them to let him lay overnight and we'd be there the next day. We're here now the next day around noon, so right about 15, 16 hours after the shot. Right? I know. So as we're working through this heavy brush here, I was kind of surprised not to see any signs of blood or any sign that the deer had been through here the night before. I didn't realize that this area had gotten a good chunk of rain the night before, 3/4 of an inch or so. So we weren't going to see much blood on this at all. I believe we only saw 4 or 5 drops through the whole track. But you'll see here the hunter's father and his 2 boys meet up with us here. I didn't have them trudge through all this high brush here, but just to the left of view right now is one of my favorite tree stands. I've spent many of hours in that tree on the edge of this food plot and brush and hardwood area here. Pretty quick here, we'll be entering into the hardwoods and get down in there, and we do find his first bed and get to point of loss. See through here where he's stumbling a little bit.
There's a tree growing out of a rock right there. You went this to the left of that tree.
Okay.
I have blood right here.
Okay. He'll work his way down there.
You can see the markings in the grass.
Yeah, you can.
See the leaf you tore up?
Yeah, I can see it.
You tore that all up. There's blood all through here. This is where it had some blood.
Probably until once he gets downhill,
He did this. This is definitely where I was.
yeah.
There's some blood in there.
It's fine. Yeah, a leaf probably it turned over somewhere.
But you didn't have blood down there? But you didn't have blood down there, right? Okay. Kind of hold still, he's coming back. I don't know, I don't see any more like where it's dug up, you know. He was having trouble getting down here. Bed right here with blood in it. There's blood right there in a bed. Just kind of mark that with something. You're looking for, well, the rain.
So you can see Winston's demeanor changed pretty good there as he walked over that bed. He didn't spend much time with it, but you could tell that the deer had spent some time there, and there's a pretty good cloud of scent here as we work down into the bottom where that scent is pooled. You can see him working left to right, left to right, left to right. And as that cloud gets a little smaller, he'll narrow his left to right and get back on the actual foot track of the deer and progress it the rest of the way through the woods here. But you can just tell by his demeanor that he's anxious about this track, and he's excited to be doing what he's doing.
See if you don't see him laying down dead somewhere. You know, if he's dead in here, the crows might be on him. But listen for those crows. He's tracking pretty confident. That is a good question. Easy. I hear crows. Yeah, well, just keep your eyes wherever those crows just were. Hey, is that right? Easy. Right where? Right. That is a good sign. I know. Look at the bald eagle up in the tree. Bald eagle out there in the tree. He's dead right up here. There ain't gonna be much left of him, but we got him here in a minute. Whoa, I keep working. There's another bald eagle right there. I smell him now. There's a bed. There's a bed. I don't know if there's blood in it or not, but he's here somewhere. Look at that bald eagle. He won't even move.
So as you can hear, as we start to get to the field here, we can see good signs that likely a coyote had gotten to it before we did. A bunch of crows. We saw actually a couple bald eagles in a tree, and one big bald eagle fly off of the deer as we came into the field. I don't know that we could have done much different other than not going so quick right after the shot, but ultimately this deer was bumped twice and went just over 800 yards from the hit site. We had zero blood to look at after the rain. Winston did great. I got to admit, I felt a little bit of pressure on this one. These folks have been amazing to me. I've hunted this farm myself for 30 years and counting, and had hundreds of great encounters and great experiences because of the generosity of this family. So I feel really blessed to be able to be a part of this one.